Today we will start a new chapter which is correlation. Now to know correlation, first we see that in the previous semester or the first semester you have all the data for only one character, right? These are all univariate data. These are called univariate data. Now for univariate data we have to just calculate for only one variable, which is we take as x. Now if we collect in simultaneously two data for two character such as or three character such as let's say the marks of the students in mathematics and physics, or marks of the students in mathematics and economics, or age or height of the students, then two data will be collected at the same time. So these data are called bivariate data. And if we consider or select more than two variable or two character data, then these are called or multivariate data, right? Now in this semester or for your syllabus, there are only we have to calculate only two variable data, which is bivariate data. Now when in the first semester, when one variate data is collected, only one variable, then we have see certain measure of dispersion, certain measures we have taken, right? We have calculated some certain measures which are as mean, median, mode of the data, right? Then we get dispersion, which are standard deviation, variance, right? And next we have moments and kurtosis. Okay. Now when two variables are selected at random, there will be also some measures will be found, right? First, if we collect two data as x and y, which will be known as x and y, for n distinct character, okay, n distinct individuals, then the data will be taken as x1, y1. x1 is the data for one individual. x1 will be the data corresponding x character, and y1 will be the data corresponding y character. For second individual, if the data x2, y2, third individual x3, y3, right? In this manner we will get the n individual data. Okay, so these are will be as order paired form. Okay, x1, y, x2, x3 and xn are the values for the data x, for the variable x, and y1, y2, y3 and yn are the data corresponding to the variable y. Okay, now we can also observe by putting this in a graphical method. Okay, graphical method means if we select two axes, first axis for the variable x and second axis for the variable y, then we can find putting these points, point x1, y1 in the following diagram, then we will get some dots, right? Okay, this is can be x1, y1, this can be x2, x y2. Though after putting all these n variables in this following graph, we will get certain diagram. Okay, this called the scatter diagram. Okay, this is known as the scatter diagram. Okay, so we will get 3 types or 6 types of scatter diagram. Like, okay, for standard scatter diagram, like we can get the data in this circular form, where all the data comes into this circular form. In this picture we can get this type of circular form. Okay, and we can get a total circular form. Okay, circle. this is the oval form, this is circular form. Now when we can find the x for y in this form, then r is greater than 0. Now this r is called the correlation coefficients. We will get that in the next part. Okay, so when we can find this type of diagram, then correlation coefficient will be positive. When we will get this type of diagram, then we will get r less than 0, which is negative. And if we get this type of total circular form, then we will get r equals to 0 diagram. Okay, where correlation coefficient will be 0 between x and y. Now also we can find this type of diagram such as parabolic form. Okay, after putting all this data, we can get a parabolic diagram. In this diagram we will get all the value, then this will be r equals to 0. If we find a perfect straight line form in this form, okay, in this diagram we will get r equals to 1. And if we get this type of diagram, circular perfect straight line form, then this for this diagram r equals to -1. Okay, so these are the conclusion we can find for the by the scatter diagram. Okay, now if there is no form after putting the data in the diagram, then we cannot conclude or say anything about the relation between x and y. Okay, now next, correlation. Next is correlation. So correlation means the relation between x and y, or the changes between x and y when we measure something between them, or if we can find, say the two variables are correlated if the changes in the variable one is related to the changes in the values of the others. Okay, if we can find a relation that the change in the one variable is related to the change in the second other variable, okay, then they will be called correlated. Okay, so this characteristic is called the correlation. For example, we may say that age and height, okay, it can be correlated negatively or positively. As we say that if the age is increased, then generally the height will be increased, okay, at a certain time, right? It can be also variated for certain individual. Okay, also income and expenditure. If we income very largely, then we can expand it in very large way. Okay, same for sales and profit. Yes, there are so many correlation between the two variable as the variable we can find, right? Now define type of correlation. Let's say there are 3 types of correlation, correlated, or maybe 4 types. The first is if the increase in the first variable, let's say two variables are occur. Okay, first, if x increases, okay, x increases mean x greater than 0, we can say that if x increases as well as y greater than 0, or sorry, this cannot put in this way. Let's say x is increased, then if x increases in a way, then y is increased also, then we will say it is positively correlated. Positively correlated. Secondly, if x increase implies y decreases, then we will say negatively correlated. Okay, then if we can find that the changes in one variable changes in one variable, changes in x does not affect the change in y, then we will say they are uncorrelated. Okay. Also, we can say the correlation is linear if we can find that in x the changes in x refer by a constant multiple in the changes in y, then it will be linear. If the change is not linear, then it will be non-linear, right? Now for two variable, the correlation between two variable is known as also the simple correlation. Okay. Now these are the properties, these are the types of correlation. Okay, and scatter diagram we also know. Now we will get the measures of correlation. Measures. Okay, measures of correlation. Measures of correlation. What is the first measure? There are two types of measure in correlation. First is the Pearson's product moment correlation. Second is Spearman's rank correlation. Okay, these are the two types of measures of correlation. Okay, we will first discuss the Pearson product moment correlation. Now there are many formulas for calculating the Pearson product moment correlation. There are also deduction, but you don't need the deductions as there are only MCQ type. So I will just briefly give the formulas as of the following form, right? First we will discuss the Pearson correlation, product moment correlation, which is measures as or known as correlation coefficient. This is called the correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient, which is known as R, or we will denote as R, also known as rho. Also you can write as R of xy. If the variable are xy, then we can write it R of xy. If the variables are, we can take u and v, then R uv. Okay, also known as rho xy. So whatever you can use, we will vastly use this coefficient, thus or this indication. Okay, so the formula for the calculating these correlation coefficients is 1 by n summation x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by sigma x into sigma y. Now x bar, y bar, sigma x, sigma y, these are the usual meanings which you can already find in the previous previous semester's book. You have already learned it in the first semester. Okay, where x bar equals to, that means mean of x. The formula for this is summation xi, right? Oh, this can be xi. This is the usual meaning, xi minus x bar, y minus y bar, 1 by n summation xi. Y bar equals to mean of y, which can be found by this formula, 1 by n summation y by. Now sigma x is the SD, that is standard deviation of x, which can be found by the formula root under 1 by n summation xi square minus x bar square, right? Sigma y equals to SD of y, which can be found by the formula 1 by n summation y square minus y bar square. After putting this in this part and multiplying this and expanding it, we can find a simplest form for this formula, which is, I don't want to show the deduction. This is a vast deduction, right? Just you can find it by putting this also in this part, and we can find the formula as R equals to 1 by n summation xi into yi minus x bar into y bar divided by root under 1 by n summation xi square minus x bar square into root under 1 by n summation yi square minus y bar square. Okay, this is a summation for only yi, not y bar. This is also for only x bar, xi, but not x bar. And this is summation for both. Xi yi means x1 y1 plus x2 y2 plus x3 y3. Okay, right? This is the formula. Now there is a simple concept for this part here. This part, this is called, as for single variable we have the covariance, right? Covariance, not covariance, variance. Okay, as for single variable we have the variance, which is known as sigma x square, hd square, right? We can if we take the square of this term, we will get variance of x. If we square the variance of y. Okay, for two variable there is also a relation which is known as covariance of xy, which is denoted as cov of xy, and the formula for this is this part. Okay, 1 by n summation xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar. Okay, this is the part is called covariance of bivariate distribution for joining two variable also. Okay, so if we take the simplest form, which is known as R equals to the upper part is covariance of xy, lower part is sigma x into sigma y. This is the simplest form. After putting all the values or all the formulas for covariance xy, sigma x and sigma y, we will get this formula. Okay, this is the calculative formula for calculating correlation coefficient, or the table form. So if we have the data for such as 10 individual data, then n equals to 10. So we have to find the multiplication of that and sum that, and squaring the x and squaring of y, and we have to find the differently x bar and y bar for the given data. Then we can, after putting all the values, we will simply get the values of correlation coefficient. Okay, so just take these formulas as it is and remember it. I will do the question in the next class, or how to find or some properties of correlation of coefficient, and how to find correlation coefficients between if the given data, if there is a data given. Okay, and I will also send a copy or material, just study it so that you can understand it. Okay, that's it for today.